Hypnotize yourself to a worry-free life.
Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. Making life happen for you. I want to start off today by sharing the most profound yet simple truth I have discovered about the nature of life here on this earth. That simple truth is that you are the creator of your own life experience. If you've had no previous understanding of this concept, you are probably wondering how that could possibly be true. You may right now be taking inventory of all of the things you would rather not have in your life at all. How could you or why would you choose some of these things for yourself? Why would you want to experience them? Even though consciously you may not choose to have some of these experiences, within your subconscious mind, there is complex programming in place that you are not even aware of. This programming is helping to create what you are experiencing in your life and can often be sabotaging your success in relationships, health, and career. So what is it about all of these things in our lives that we would rather not be experiencing or rather not have to deal with? What it is that we don't like about these things is that they are difficult. They cause us inconvenience, pain, grief, sadness, and suffering. Why would we want to suffer? Most of us would agree that we would rather not suffer. Yet, life just seems to keep coming at us with more problems, confusion, pain, and overwhelm. Then our common belief becomes, I have no control over my life. Life just happens to me. Nasty, difficult experiences just keep sneaking up out of the blue and throwing me into more suffering, and life becomes hard. I really don't have much control over the way my life happens. So how did we come to accept that belief? Many of our beliefs started to become established in our childhood. If a person saw his or her parents in dysfunction in their relationship because of their inability to communicate, when that person reached his or her adult years, that belief might have become, you have to argue and fight to be heard, or my spouse will never understand me, it's useless. Or even if someone's mother was raised in a situation where, say, her mother abandoned her and her father was a heavy drinker, she was raised with the message that life is hard, don't expect much, prosperity is hard to come by, and there isn't enough love to go around. Those beliefs were probably being transferred from mother to daughter, yet they started in the generation before both of them. These are types of patterns I have seen again and again with my clients. Oftentimes, dysfunctional themes being played out in families over and over again have been passed down and accepted for many generations. Whatever environment we were raised in, whether it seemed somewhat normal and mainstream or it was destructive and painful, we accepted beliefs as we went along based on our experiences. Those experiences were not just limited to our families. As we went out into the world, we then encountered a multitude of other experiences, both negative and positive. Those experiences, again, molding, chipping away at us, and leaving us with this imprint, this belief that life just pretty much happens to us. An event happens, we get an emotional trigger that sends out the signal to our entire person that says, this is bad, this could be scary, I'm feeling out of control, and the belief again is reinforced. So what are the flaws in this belief that I have very little control over my life experience? We'll talk about the flaws in this belief, but before many of us are ready to accept new information and integrate it into our knowledge base, we have to know the facts first. Let's talk about the flaws in this belief by starting with the scientific perspective. Just like physics can describe the way matter interacts with other matter, quantum physics describes the behavior of smaller particles like protons, electrons, and neutrons, which are those little parts that make up an atom. Quantum physics even describes the even smaller particles which make up those protons, electrons, and neutrons. What science knows now about an atom is that electrons don't actually orbit around the nucleus like planets, as we were taught in high school. Electrons actually form blurred clouds of probabilities that pop in and out of existence around the nucleus. What we also know now through science is that these ultra microscopic particles that end up making up what is matter are not just smaller than matter, they are qualitatively different. They are more dynamic, more awake. Math formulas that work in regular physics don't work anymore in quantum physics. Broken down, these tiny particles that at some point become matter are really nothing more than pure, concentrated energy and intellect. This means the universe isn't just full of dead matter. All matter is alive, it is vibrant, it is conscious. The very core of all matter, of everything that exists, is pure, conscious energy, is vibrantly awake, and is full of infinite possibilities and potential, every minute of every day. I must repeat that. It's very important to understand this. The core of all matter, of everything that exists, is pure conscious energy, is vibrantly awake, and is full of infinite possibilities and potential. Now that you know this amazing piece of truth, here is the next scientific mind blower. Energy that becomes matter is actually changed by a mere thought. That's right. The energy that comes from a thought can change the energy that makes something become what it is. Let's go over that again because that is a lot for the mind to grasp. The energy that comes from a thought can change the energy that makes something become what it is in the material world. So, wow, what does all that mean? That means then, our thoughts have power. They actually have the power to change matter at some level. One of the best simplified examples of this was featured in the movie What in the Bleep Do We Know Anyway?, in which Dr. Masaru Emoto did a series of 5 studies on water. These studies demonstrated how, when a written label was applied to the bottle of water, the very molecular structure of the water changed accordingly. The water that had the labels of love and thank you applied to them showed, under the microscope, molecules that were nothing short of beautiful. They were symmetrical and balanced, each one like a work of art. The bottle labeled, "You make me sick, I'll kill you," however, showed under the microscope very distorted, unbalanced, asymmetrical molecules. Yet all of the water came from the same original source. So the energy from the meaning of that word on the label applied to the outside of the bottle had the power to change the molecule of water inside the bottle. Imagine the power in your spoken words and thoughts. Imagine the power of the labels you put on yourself and others. And how does that old belief stand up to this scientific truth that we know now? That old belief of, I don't have much control over my life experience. It shows us the flaw in that old belief. It is a scientific demonstration that proves that the energy of a certain belief or virtue has power, and that there is a definite and distinct quality to various thoughts and beliefs. This is just one of hundreds of scientific studies that proves out how much power we really do have in our existence on this earth. What science has really discovered is the nature of God's creation and our role in it. I believe that God endowed us with this creative power and the free will to choose what we will do with it. It is our greatest gift from our Creator. It is our birthright. I believe in the power of this gift of free will and our ability to create and manifest with it. I also believe it is through this amazing gift from God, Creator of all, that we continue to evolve at the deepest level of our soul. With this awesome gift comes awesome responsibility. Oftentimes, we are very good at creating what we don't want in our lives. But either way, we will evolve. Our spirit will move forward, and we will learn the lessons that we need to get us unstuck and moving forward into our greatest potential. This program is about first recognizing the personal power we each hold. Secondly, taking responsibility for that power. And finally, learning to deliberately create the experience of life we want more of. So, where do we begin to change those beliefs about life and ourselves that have seemed so intrinsic to who we are? How do we take the next step in changing flawed beliefs that don't serve us? Our first step is recognition and awareness. This means learning to observe ourselves. We must start to notice what program we are running in our subconscious mind. What beliefs have we accepted as truth? And how are those beliefs serving us? If they are not, then maybe it is time we challenge a belief that has become part of our operating program but is holding us back from our greatest potential. As we start to develop this enhanced awareness, we move to our next brave step. That step is to start to take responsibility for our creative power. We do that by taking responsibility first for our thoughts. Most people, especially those riddled in dysfunction, have allowed their emotions to control their thinking. They have an emotional reaction to an event. The event can be anything from the water pipe broke again to I've lost my job. The emotion triggers the flawed belief and the destructive thoughts start to fly. Something bad always happens. I can't ever get on top of things in my life without something else going wrong. Or once again, I'm not good enough. They're firing me because I'm not valuable to anybody. There may not be a shred of truth to those negative thoughts, but a person in flawed thinking will embrace them as if they are absolute truth. And remember, these thoughts have the power to create just like any other thought. What they will create is exactly more of what you don't want. These thoughts are triggered by old emotions and beliefs that are stuck in the subconscious level of the mind. They come from old subconscious programming most people aren't even aware that they have. The program has been running at the subconscious level for so long, they just believe this is who they are. Brain science shows us now that a thought is an actual thing that takes place in your brain that can be seen and observed. A thought in the brain is observed as something similar to a bolt of lightning firing on an interconnecting bunch of neurons. This is called a neuron pattern. Each time you think a certain thought, it is much easier the next time to repeat that thought pattern in the brain. This is the reason people who have been conditioned with negativity much of their lives can't seem to break out of the old negative thought patterns of, I can't do that. What if I fail? What if I'm not accepted? What if I'm not successful? Why would anyone want me? And on and on and on. The good news is that we've learned through scientific discovery that you can change those neuron patterns and choose new ones by choosing new thoughts. This is how we create new patterns in the mind, which can result in positive, successful living. The important thing to remember is that 5/6 of your brain capacity is at the subconscious level. This is the level that most of those negative patterns are running. This is why the CD programs that follow this introductory program are so very important to repeat over and over. You will be creating new positive thought pathways, and the more you repeat them, the more established they will become. If you have ever found yourself in any of these dysfunctional patterns and are ready for profound change, then it is time right now for you to accept responsibility for your thoughts. You won't ever be able to change that you will feel emotions. Human emotion is natural and serves a great purpose in our growth and evolution. But as these emotions are triggered by events in your life, you can learn to do deliberate thinking and to control your thoughts. By deliberately choosing what thoughts to think, you begin to alter and eventually permanently change your beliefs about life's events. Learning to master this will drastically change your beliefs about yourself and life's challenges. It will permanently alter how you show up in relationships. This new responsible thinking will change the way you relate to your world in a profound and positive way. The Garden of New Beginnings CD, which is part 2 of this program, will provide you with tools to work toward these wonderful changes and to put you on a path to new freedom in your life. As we prepare for this new program of freedom and creativity, it is important to recognize that life on this earth is an ever-changing, moving, dynamic experience. Recognizing that and becoming comfortable with that idea is not only liberating, it is crucial to healing and engaging in positive creating. It is very much a part of our human nature to want everything to be predictable. We get agitated if an appliance in the house breaks and we then have to deal with it. We get suspicious if suddenly our spouse wants to buy a motorcycle or take up windsurfing, or if one of our children takes on a slightly different image, maybe longer hair or a slightly different speech pattern, etc., etc. Since none of these things are inherently dangerous or destructive, why do we agonize over them? Why does the unpredictable make us feel vulnerable or nervous? I believe it is the old survival programming in our ancient DNA which pops up the red flag and warns us, something new on the horizon here and I don't recognize it. Could be dangerous. That's a great natural mechanism when we really need that fight or flight rush to flood in and help us to save ourselves from something truly dangerous. But what is this response doing to us when we don't need that extra rush of adrenaline and the emotions that it triggers? In the fast-paced world we now live in, most of us experience these stress responses often. Physically, these stress responses release chemicals that flood our brain and body. Physically, these stress responses release chemicals that flood our brain and body. These chemicals throw our brain chemistry into imbalance and over time can cause both anxiety and depression. The chemicals that are released into our bodies also cause the breakdown of cells and block production of healthy new cells. No one becomes ridden with depression or extreme anxiety because of one event. We have all had numerous events in our lifetime that have triggered some kind of emotional stress response. As you begin to practice these new skills you will learn in the next CD programs, you will be able to replace the old negative programming with this new positive programming of conscious creating. Part of this practice is acknowledging and embracing the idea that life is dynamic. Life is ever-changing and evolving. When you truly accept this truth and integrate it into your belief system, you will begin to realize that this could be the single most important quality and characteristic of life on this planet. It is only within the context of this dynamic, ever-changing life state that we can create and manifest our greatest dreams into existence. Now, instead of worrying, fretting, and stressing over the unpredictable, the unusual, and the new, we take on an attitude of neutrality. We accept and embrace life's dynamic flow and movement. When you stand in a neutral place as life's events unfold, you may then choose for yourself the interpretation of these events. You free yourself of the burden to judge everything as either good or bad. This doesn't mean everything becomes acceptable to you and you lose your sense of discernment. In fact, it is just the opposite. Spiritually guided discernment increases when you stand in a place of neutrality as life flows along. Let's recap the steps of the program we've discussed so far. Step 1 is about recognizing the personal power we each hold. In step 2, we learned about taking responsibility for that power. Now we will discuss the third step of this program, which is deliberate creating. Deliberately creating our lives isn't about having all the answers. It is about being willing to keep taking a step forward, to keep moving and moving in a positive direction. When you allow it in, a negative thought is like a step backwards. It keeps you from moving ahead and can put you right back in the misery you don't want to be in. Life will have setbacks. People will lose jobs, experience other loss such as divorce or death, or possibly have to deal with some kind of injury or illness. These experiences can be riddled with unbearable grief and desperation. It is important that during these experiences, you must first acknowledge your feelings of grief and pain. Allowing the tears to come and just being with your grief is necessary to begin the process of healing. A good cry is like a cleansing rain. It helps release emotions so that they don't become stuck and eventually become toxic to your system. When you do deliberately acknowledge your right and need to feel your emotions, and you allow that to happen, you then are much more prepared to move forward. Moving forward requires looking at the other side of your grief experience, even though this can be very difficult. Once the acknowledgement of pain has taken place, you then say to yourself, what positive things have come from this experience? Sometimes those things are not completely apparent, but I promise you there is good that comes from all experience. The questions you may need to ask yourself are, what did I need to learn from this experience to further my personal and spiritual growth? What changes do I need to make now in my life that will help me move forward in a positive direction? And can I take what I've learned to the world so that in some way it might be helpful to others? It is so important, especially during difficult times, to stay in positive, responsible thinking. Acknowledging your feelings and your need to feel doesn't ever require negative, destructive thinking. Know that there are people every day who overcome unbelievable obstacles in their lives. You have everything it takes inside of you to do the same. You have everything it takes to recognize and embrace your personal strength and power. You have everything it takes inside of you already to take responsibility and to choose for yourself now, regardless of what background or what life experience you have come from. You already have everything it takes to keep moving forward in a positive direction, to claim your greatest dream for yourself and to go for it. God's creative power and love is ever present and ever flowing to you. All you have to do is unlock the door of your heart fully and let His light flood in and join you in this amazing creative journey that is beginning to unfold for you. This CD is to be used in a relaxed state of mind. Please do not use while operating a vehicle or machinery of any kind. Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. The Garden of New Beginnings. Looking up as far as you can at the space between your eyebrows, and then gently closing your eyes. Again, looking up as far as you possibly can at the space between your eyebrows, holding it, and then gently let your eyes close. One more time, looking up, rolling your eyes way up, looking between your eyebrows, and then closing, and this time keeping your eyes comfortably closed. It feels so good to rest your eyes. And taking in a deep, cleansing breath, holding it for just a moment, and then releasing it, exhaling completely. Relax. Once again, another deep, cleansing, relaxing breath. And exhaling stress and tension away. Relax. One more time, deep, cleansing breath, holding it. And as you exhale, all stress and tension floating far, far away from you on a gentle breeze. See it floating away. Relax. And continuing to breathe easily and normally. Imagine now a beautiful, sparkling, white ball of light above your head. Relax. Feel this sparkling white light moving down through the top of your head, gently penetrating every cell, every muscle, every bone, soothing everything in its path as it goes. Relax. It continues flowing down, feeling it, relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Relax. All of the skin and bones down the back of the head just become relaxed, releasing all of the tension that was there. Relax. The eyelids become heavy and comfortable. The jaw loosens and the muscles relax and become loose and rest easily. Relax. As the light continues down the neck and upper back, you feel each vertebrae relaxing as it seems to create a little more space, soothing, unraveling each strand of muscle as it goes. Relax. Down through the chest and the abdomen, making each cell more comfortable, more relaxed. Relax. You feel this relaxation completely in each part of your body, in each muscle, in each bone, in each organ. You even feel this wonderful relaxation in each of your cells. As this relaxing, healing light continues flowing down through the lower back and hips, you feel more relaxed and comfortable than you ever remember feeling. Relax. Everything is gently aligning into the right place. All the muscles are loose, relaxed, and comfortable. Relax. As the light continues down, pushing through the tops of the legs, the muscles are instantly soothed and relieved of all tension. Relax. Continuing down through the knees, soothing, relaxing, and down through the ankles. Relax. And finally, pushing through the feet, relaxing all the little muscles and bones, soothing the nerve cells as it pushes all remaining stress and tension right through the bottoms of the feet. Relax, floating far, far away from you. Now, as you allow yourself to enjoy this peaceful relaxation, imagine yourself walking down a soft dirt path. You walk along, it's a beautiful day. The air is just the way you like it. The temperature is just perfect. You keep walking forward, feeling the anticipation of something wonderful up ahead for you. You are at a place in your life where you are ready for new, exciting changes to happen for you. You know there is something good in store for you ahead, and you continue walking and walking down that soft dirt path, feeling the warm earth under your feet. After you have walked a little further down the path, you look up and see something ahead. As you get a little closer, you see you are coming to a beautiful arched opening. You finally reach the opening and you peek in. Looking through the opening, you find yourself looking at an amazingly beautiful garden. You begin to get a feeling that when you step through that opening into that beautiful garden, life will begin to change for you. You start to anticipate these changes, feeling a sense of excitement because you know these changes will move you forward in a positive direction. You make the decision to go forward and step through the opening. You step through and look around and see that this is the most beautiful garden you could ever have imagined. It is a spring garden where everything has sprung up fresh and new. And as you make your way into the garden, you begin to feel a sense of newness and exhilaration just by looking around and taking in the newness and the freshness of this beautiful garden. You begin to wander through, taking delight in seeing all of your favorite flowers, plants, and trees. Everything is in bloom in magnificent colors of every kind. As you continue through, you stop to look carefully at the different varieties that are each such a beautiful creation. When you bend down to look carefully, you notice some tiny green sprouts which have just popped out from seeds and pushed through the soil. You continue on and notice some newer stems that have buds which are very close to opening up into something much bigger and much more beautiful. You continue looking and notice other plants which are in full bloom. Vibrant blossoms, big, colorful, and so beautiful to look at. Notice all of the variety and amazing color of creation all around you as you continue meandering through. Seeing it in all stages of growth and maturity is a wonder. You stop and reflect on the nature of creation and all of its stages. You marvel how it continues to renew and burst forth in its glory. You get an image that your life is very much the same as this beautiful garden. There are many different stages of growth in the garden of your life. There are many varieties of experience and people in your life's garden, each beautiful or functional in its own way, each growing in its own time to form a beautiful creation. You move now to the very back corner of your garden, and behind some full, leafy bushes, you see an area that is full of dead, old plants and dead weeds. These plants have served their purpose and are no longer serving your garden or enhancing its beauty. You are so eager to remove these old weeds and dead plants that no longer serve you. You see an incinerator with a small fire burning nearby. You put on a pair of comfortable gloves and begin pulling the dead weeds and plants out of the ground. You pull them out and then walk over and drop them into the incinerator. As you continue pulling the old dead plants, you realize these represent the old beliefs, thoughts, and behavior patterns that don't serve you anymore. You're aware that some of these old beliefs were planted by choices that others made, maybe even before you were old enough to choose some things for yourself. But now you are the one who chooses. You are happy to pull out these old beliefs that you know do not serve your highest good anymore. As you watch them incinerate, you take in any valuable lessons you might have learned by having them there. You finish the job. Looking down at the ground that is now clear of the old stuff, you see that it is fertile and ready for new seeds. The seeds of new awareness, new beliefs, and new creativity. From your pocket, you pull a handful of seeds which represent the beginnings of new awareness, new beliefs, and new creativity. You take them out one at a time and now see yourself pushing each one into the fertile earth. You walk now back over to the incinerator and see that the dead weeds and plants have burned out and are now warm ash. You grab a handful of the warm ash and take it over and sprinkle it over all of the new seeds, knowing that the lessons you have experienced and endured in the past will help give strength and nourishment to the new seeds you have planted in your life. You stand up feeling very satisfied, and you stroll over to a beautiful, reflective pond. You sit now in a comfortable spot by the pond and gaze in, seeing your own reflection. Looking at your own reflection, You are now ready to state some affirmations for yourself, which will help you in letting go of what doesn't serve you and in embracing positive, productive thinking. Continuing to breathe deeply and repeating in your mind as you continue to gaze at your reflection. I have a new understanding of the creative power I am in my life. I have a new understanding of the creative power I am in my life. I am now recognizing the old patterns that don't serve my highest purpose. I am now recognizing the old patterns that don't serve my highest purpose. I am ready to replace those patterns with positive, productive thinking. I am ready to replace those patterns with positive, productive. I am easily recognizing when my behaviors or the behaviors of others in my life are sabotaging my success or well-being. I am easily recognizing when my behaviors or the behaviors of others in my life are sabotaging my success. I lovingly forgive myself or others when I do recognize these behaviors. I simply observe it and move forward into positive energy. I lovingly forgive myself or others when I do recognize these behaviors. I simply observe it and move forward into positive energy. I release any blame I have put on others for my life, and I trust now that I am the one who holds the creative power in my own life. I release any blame I have put on others for my life, and I trust now that I am the one who holds the creative power in my life. I am willing to allow myself time to feel or be with my emotions, and I honor those times when I need space to process my emotions. I am willing to allow myself time to feel or be with my emotions, and I honor those times when I need space to process my emotions. I am always ready to move forward in a positive direction after I have allowed myself time to process my emotions in a healthy way. I am always ready to move forward in a positive direction after I have allowed myself time to process my emotions in a healthy way. I am becoming more comfortable and at ease with the ever-changing, dynamic nature of life. It provides me great opportunities to grow and move forward. Becoming more comfortable and at ease with the ever-changing, dynamic nature of life. It provides me great opportunities to grow and move forward. I stand in a place of neutrality as events unfold in my life. I stand in a place of neutrality as events unfold in my life. I have a keen sense of discernment about things in my life. I have a keen sense of discernment about things in my life. I am comfortable and at ease in each of my relationships. I am comfortable and at ease in each of my relationships. I realize each person in my life is doing the best they can from their own state of consciousness. I realize each person in my life is doing the best they can from their own state of consciousness. I forgive myself for any imperfections and also forgive others for theirs. I forgive myself for any imperfections and also forgive others for theirs. I am always ready to keep taking the next step forward, even if I have experienced a setback. I learn from it and move on. I am always ready to keep taking the next step forward, even if I have experienced a setback. I learn from it and move on. I am confident in God's amazing love for me, and I trust that everything I need to reach my greatest potential and purpose is always available to me. I am confident in God's amazing love for me, and I trust that everything I need to reach my greatest potential and purpose is always available to me. I am unique in nature. I am unique in nature. My creative energy is always flowing. My creative energy is always flowing. I find opportunities everywhere to make a difference. I find opportunities everywhere to make a difference. People are drawn to my unique qualities. People are drawn to my unique qualities. The right people always seem to show up in my life to help me when I need it. The right people always seem to show up in my life to help me when I need it. My words have power, and I choose positive, creative words. My words have power, and I choose positive, creative words. My thoughts have power, and I choose positive, creative thoughts. My thoughts have power, and I choose positive, creative thoughts. I am aware. I am creating. I am moving forward. I am aware. I am creating. I am moving forward. I'm going to be silent while you take a few minutes now just to breathe deeply, absorbing all that you have taken in today, anchoring in the wonderful new insights and knowledge that is becoming a part of you. Getting ready now to come back to this place and time. Know that your garden of life is always alive, vibrant, and growing, producing beautiful new creations all the time. You stand now. And walk back through the gate. Back down the soft dirt path, coming back now to this place and time. And when I count down from 5 to 1, you will be wide awake, vibrant, and ready for the next part of your day. 5, becoming more aware. 4, reflecting back and bringing back with you all of the lessons and knowledge you have learned today. 3, feeling the room around you. 2, feeling happy, content, and very satisfied. And 1, fully awake and alert. Have a wonderful day. This CD is to be used in a relaxed state of mind. Please do not use while operating a vehicle or machinery of any kind. Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. Freedom from anxiety. Looking up as far as you can at the space between your eyebrows, and then gently closing your eyes. Again, looking up as far as you possibly can at the space between your eyebrows, holding it, and then gently let your eyes close. One more time, looking up, rolling your eyes way up, looking between your eyebrows, and then closing, and this time keeping your eyes comfortably closed. It feels so good to rest your eyes. And taking in a deep, cleansing breath, holding it for just a moment, and then releasing it, exhaling completely. Relax. Once again, another deep, cleansing, relaxing breath, and exhaling stress and tension away. Relax. One more time, deep, cleansing breath, holding it. And as you exhale, all stress and tension floating far, far away from you on a gentle breeze. See it floating away. Relax. And continuing to breathe easily and normally. Imagine now a beautiful, sparkling white ball of light above your head. Relax. Feel this sparkling white light moving down through the top of your head, gently penetrating every cell, every muscle, every bone, soothing everything in its path as it goes. Relax. It continues flowing down, feeling it, relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Relax. All of the skin and bones down the back of the head just become relaxed, releasing all of the tension that was there. Relax. The eyelids become heavy and comfortable. The jaw loosens and the muscles relax and become loose and rest easily. Relax. As the light continues down the neck and upper back, you feel each vertebrae relaxing as it seems to create a little more space, soothing, unraveling each strand of muscle as it goes. Relax down through the chest and the abdomen, making each cell more comfortable, more relaxed. You feel this relaxation completely in each part of your body, in each muscle, in each bone, in each organ. You even feel this wonderful relaxation in each of your cells. As this relaxing, healing light continues flowing down through the lower back and hips, you feel more relaxed and comfortable than you ever remember feeling. Relax. Everything is gently aligning into the right place. All the muscles are loose, relaxed, and comfortable. Relax. As the light continues down, pushing through the tops of the legs, the muscles are instantly soothed and relieved of all tension. Relax. Continuing down through the knees, soothing, relaxing, and down through the ankles. Relax. And finally, pushing through the feet, relaxing all the little muscles and bones, soothing the nerve cells as it pushes all remaining stress and tension right through the bottoms of the feet. Relax, floating far, far away from you. Now that you are nice and relaxed, let's take a moment to talk about this change that you have chosen to make in your life. You are here now listening because you have chosen to let go of the anxiety that has been burdening you. This anxiety has been holding you back from being the very best you could be, and you are ready now to be done with it. There are many beliefs which are stored in the subconscious mind. These beliefs have been formed over many years of experience. Science has discovered that these beliefs form neural patterns in your brain. And the more times you think a certain thought, the easier it is to think it the next time. When an event or experience, or many experiences over time, keep triggering the same thought, it becomes a belief pattern. Some of these negative thoughts and belief patterns are what has kept you stuck in the anxiety that you have been experiencing. The interesting thing about this subconscious information is that it doesn't know truth from non-truth. The information that is running in these patterns could be based on irrational or incorrect information, or it could be based on something that is in the past and is now obsolete. Today, we are going to take some time to reprogram that information in your mind. Since you have now chosen to be done with anxiety, you are ready to get rid of the obsolete programs that have been running in your subconscious mind. You are now done with the irrational fears and negative thoughts, and you are ready to embrace a new, positive, rational, productive program, and to create beliefs that are based in optimism and truth, and no longer on irrational and obsolete fears. Using this program will help you master the art of controlling your thoughts at both the conscious and subconscious level. By doing this, you are now creating success and achievement-oriented pathways in your mind. Each time you repeat this program, it will become easier and easier to create these new pathways, thereby creating freedom and success in your life. Now, gathering a big breath in and exhaling, releasing any heaviness inside. Imagine yourself at the base of a mountain path. It's a beautiful day. The sky is beautiful and clear. The air is just the temperature you like. You gaze up at this beautiful mountain, and the path upward seems to beckon to you. You begin to get a feeling that taking this path will be a life-changing experience for you in achieving your new freedom from anxiety. You look up and know that it is time for you to make this journey up the mountain. You start walking up the gently sloping path. It is a firm dirt path, and you feel your feet firmly in the ground as you start to make your way up. The path winds its way back and forth across the mountain as it rises. You keep walking, going a little higher and a little higher with each step up the path. You are carrying a backpack with things you thought you would need for your journey. As you continue to climb and climb, you begin to get a little weary. The backpack is starting to feel very heavy, so you find a comfortable spot on a high point overlooking a rushing river below. You sit down in this beautiful spot and take off the heavy backpack. You reach in to the backpack to see how you might lighten your load, and you immediately feel some very large rocks in the bag. You pull them out one at a time and notice each one is labeled with a thought you've had surrounding an event or experience that you've had in your life that you felt was scary, bad, or out of your control. That event upset you and still continues to upset you at certain times. See these rocks clearly labeled with the negative thoughts or fears you have surrounding this event. After observing them, you know you are ready now to be done with these thoughts and fears. Carefully pick these rocks out one at a time and see yourself walking over a few steps to the edge of the clearing and one at a time dropping them into the rushing river below, disappearing from your sight forever. You go back to your spot when you're finished and pick up your backpack to continue your climb. It feels so much lighter, and you feel such a relief that you are not carrying that heaviness with you any longer. It feels so good to be free of those thoughts and to know they will not be weighing you down anymore. The climb is easier and more enjoyable now as you continue up the path, enjoying the beauty of nature all around you. As you continue to climb, the scenery opens up even more to you. There are beautiful panoramic vistas from any direction. You continue climbing higher and higher. Then you come to an overlook and you decide to stop again because the scenery is so beautiful below. As you stand there looking out, you notice the backpack is still tugging at your shoulders, weighing you down more than it should be. You sit comfortably in this beautiful overlook, and you unzip the backpack and start to search through it. You feel around in the bottom and find more rocks, some you didn't notice the first time. Pulling them out one at a time, you see that these rocks are labeled with issues of control or feeling the lack of it in your life. Reflecting back to the things you have learned about life already in the first program, the ever-changing, dynamic nature of life, you realize it is impossible for anyone to have control over everything. Being in control of everything is not essential to happiness. There are many things within your power to control, and there are also things that are not. Recognizing those things and being able to let go and move forward is helping you now to embrace the ever-changing, dynamic nature of life. Life is an interaction of many people doing many things, each person making choices and creating their own experience. Even though your attitudes, awareness, and behaviors will have some influence, you realize now you cannot ultimately control the will of others, even if they are the people in your life that you love. It is easier for you now to accept that each person you love is also learning, growing, and evolving, and that process may involve them making mistakes or choices you might not agree with. By allowing others this right, it relieves you of the burden to be responsible for everyone else's choices. Letting go of that responsibility is very freeing for you. As you throw the rest of the rocks over the side, you feel this relief as you let go of each one. Any stress you had been carrying involving control issues is instantly relieved as you toss each rock over the side and out of sight. Now dig once more deeply into the backpack, checking to see if there are any other rocks which represent any remaining burdens which are attached to the anxiety you've experienced. If there are, give them a label and throw each one off the side as well. I will be silent for a moment while you finish. Relieved and refreshed, you pick up the backpack, ready to resume your journey upward. Feeling the earth under your feet, you continue on, feeling more free, more empowered. Continuing to notice all of the beauty around you, focusing on all that is good in your life. You finally approach the summit. A few more steps and you are there. At the top of this mountain, you have a 360-degree view of all the magnificence below. It is so inspiring to be at the top of this mountain, to have released the issues that were attached to the anxieties you've experienced. On top of this summit, a few steps away, you see a deep, natural pond. You walk over and sit down in a comfortable spot next to the pond. Sitting now and gazing at your reflection in the water, enjoying the peace and the lightness you are feeling. It is time now to state some affirmations which will assist you in replacing those old, negative, useless fear thoughts with new, positive, creative thoughts that will free you and support you in your success. In the future, if a negative fear or thought comes up, you simply will observe it without emotion, then quickly and deliberately dismiss it, refusing to give it any emotional reaction. After you've dismissed it, you will choose another positive thought from these wonderful affirmations that you will be stating today. It is time to be done with this anxiety. It is time to be done with this anxiety. I am safe in letting go of this anxiety. I am safe in letting go of this anxiety. I am okay in being done with this anxiety. Everyone is okay to have me be done with it. I am okay in being done with this anxiety. Everyone is okay to have me be done with it. I release experiences from the past that were scary or made me fearful. Those are in the past and no longer a part of my present life. I release experiences from the past that were scary or made me fearful. Those are in the past and no longer a part of my present life. I no longer live in the past or worry about the future. I enjoy the present moment I am in. I no longer live in the past or worry about the future. I enjoy the present moment I am in. I am enjoying this moment now, and I am making the most of it. I am enjoying this moment now, and I am making the most of it. I release responsibility for others' choices. I am allowing others to grow, learn, and evolve through their own choices. I release responsibility for others' choices. I am allowing others to grow, learn, and evolve through their own choices. I am simply holding a space of love with healthy boundaries for the people in my life. And my example will be the biggest influence I have on them. I am simply holding a space of love with healthy boundaries for the people in my life. And my example will be the biggest influence I have on them. I am embracing the dynamic, ever-changing nature of life. I find great opportunities opening up to me each day. I am embracing the dynamic, ever-changing nature of life. I find great opportunities opening up to me each day. I focus each day on the positive things I can do in my life to create my own success and joy. I focus each day on the positive things I can do in my life to create my own success and joy. I forgive myself for my shortcomings and forgive others for theirs. I forgive myself for my shortcomings and forgive others for theirs. I forgive those who have hurt me in any way, and I don't allow resentment or pain to keep me stuck in the past. I forgive those who have hurt me in any way, and I don't allow resentment or pain to keep me stuck in the past. I am free of my burdens of the past. I am free of my burdens of the past. I am embracing a new energy of positive, harmonious creating. I am embracing a new energy of positive, harmonious creating. I am focusing on all of the positive things in my life. I am focusing on all of the positive things in my life. I am aware if a fear or negative thought comes up. I observe it, dismiss it, and create a positive thought. I am aware if a fear or negative thought comes up. I observe it, dismiss it, and create a positive thought. I give thanks for every positive thing in my life. I give thanks for every positive thing in my life. I am relaxed. Life is a journey. I am enjoying it all. I am relaxed. Life is a journey. I am enjoying it all. It is a gift to be alive. It is a gift to be alive. I evolve and move forward each day. I evolve and move forward each day. I am unique. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am unique. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am aware. I am creating. I am moving forward. I am aware. I am creating. I am moving forward. Standing up now, you feel so renewed as you take one last look around you, as you prepare to come back to this place and time. You have accomplished great things in your perspective today, and life will just continue to get easier and easier for you. Giving thanks for everything good in your life and everything you have accomplished here today. Descending the mountain now, feeling the firm ground below your feet as you are coming back, returning to this place and time. Feeling safe, unburdened, and free. Feeling better than you remember feeling in a long time. I will begin to count backwards from 5 to 1. When I reach the number 1, you will be wide awake and fully alert. 5, coming back now feeling good about life. 4, bringing with you all that you've learned, the wonderful changes you've made. 3, feeling light, happy, and relieved to be free of the burdens. 2, ready to come back now to this place and time. And 1, wide awake, alert, and refreshed. Have a great day. This CD is to be used in a relaxed state of mind. Please do not use while operating a vehicle or machinery of any kind. Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. Healing meditation. Healing the body at all levels to achieve perfect health. Looking up as far as you can at the space between your eyebrows, and then gently closing your eyes. Again, looking up as far as you possibly can at the space between your eyebrows, holding it, and then gently let your eyes close. One more time, looking up, rolling your eyes way up, looking between your eyebrows, and then closing, and this time keeping your eyes comfortably closed. It feels so good to rest your eyes. And taking in a deep, cleansing breath, holding it for just a moment, and then releasing it, exhaling completely. Relax. Once again, another deep, cleansing, relaxing breath, and exhaling stress and tension away. Relax. One more time, deep, cleansing breath, holding it. And as you exhale, all stress and tension floating far, far away from you on a gentle breeze. See it floating away. Relax. And continuing to breathe easily and normally. Imagine now a beautiful, sparkling, white ball of light above your head. Feel this sparkling white light moving down through the top of your head, gently penetrating every cell, every muscle, every bone, soothing everything in its path as it goes. Relax. It continues flowing down, feeling it. Relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Relax. All of the skin and bones down the back of the head just become relaxed, releasing all of the tension that was there. Relax. The eyelids become heavy and comfortable. The jaw loosens and the muscles relax and become loose and rest easily. Relax. As the light continues down the neck and upper back, you feel each vertebrae relaxing as it seems to create a little more space, soothing, unraveling each strand of muscle as it goes. Down through the chest and the abdomen, making each cell more comfortable, more relaxed. Relax. You feel this relaxation completely in each part of your body, in each muscle, in each bone, in each organ. You even feel this wonderful relaxation in each of your cells. As this relaxing, healing light continues flowing down through the lower back and hips, you feel more relaxed and comfortable than you ever remember feeling. Relax. Everything is gently aligning into the right place. all the muscles are loose, relaxed, and comfortable. Relax. As the light continues down, pushing through the tops of the legs, the muscles are instantly soothed and relieved of all tension. Relax. Continuing down through the knees, soothing, relaxing, and down through the ankles. Relax. And finally, pushing through the feet, relaxing all the little muscles and bones, soothing the nerve cells as it pushes all remaining stress and tension right through the bottoms of the feet. Relax, floating far, far away from you. Now that your body and mind are in a peaceful and relaxed state, we're going to take a moment to talk about the relationship of the body and mind. The human body that you have is an amazing creation. Breathe. Each day, thousands of old cells die off, and thousands of new cells are made. Relax. Scientists have discovered that each new cell is vibrant and alive and contains within it the intelligence to reproduce itself. Breathe. What they have also discovered is that if you isolate a certain type of cell, and change the environment of that cell, it changes to a completely different type of cell. Relax. Put in an optimal environment, the cell flourishes. Breathe. So this wonderful human body of yours is really not a single entity, but a community of millions of cells living and renewing within the environment you create for them. Relax. Your mind, then, is the government for this community of cells. Breathe. The beliefs and perceptions in your mind have amazing power over the entire community of cells that are your body. These beliefs and perceptions play a major role in creating the environment for your cells. Breathe. The other amazing scientific discovery is that genes aren't solely responsible for your biology. They are only blueprints. Breathe. Whether the blueprint gets read or not is what creates your biology. And your beliefs and perceptions are what help to determine whether or not these genes or blueprints get read. What all of this means is that your thoughts and perceptions provide the power that help make up your biology. Since approximately 5/6 of your thoughts run at the subconscious level, there is unlimited potential in the power of your subconscious mind. And with this program, you will be able to utilize that power. You can decide what beliefs and perceptions are serving you and your highest good, and which ones aren't. This program will make it possible for you to activate healing in each and every system of your body and to restore your entire body to a perfect health state. Whenever illness is occurring or has occurred, there is more to it than the physical body just suddenly moving into an unhealthy state. Your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, and your physical body are all integrated at all times. One is never independent of the others. When we address illness, we must look at the state of each of these bodies and how that state is affecting the state of your physical health. Doctors agree universally now that stress is the underlying cause of most illness. Those stresses that create an unbalanced environment for illness to begin to manifest in the body can be emotional, mental, or even spiritual stress, which would be a disconnection from your highest self and from God. We are going to start by gently scanning each of the bodies that make up the whole of you to uncover and to heal any source of imbalance which could be interfering with your perfect state of health. Breathing in as you continue to bask in the gentle glow of this white light. Releasing any remaining heaviness completely. Noticing the wonderful relaxation permeating every part of your body. Imagine you are in a very comfortable rocking chair, rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Picture this rocker being in a place that brings you complete peace or comfort. It could be on the porch of your childhood home. It could be in the mountains or by the beach. Whatever place is the most peaceful to you. And just rock continuously back and forth, gliding forward and back, smoothly gliding back and forth, back and forth. And continue rocking as your mind continues to focus on my voice. Today, you may want to work on healing a specific ailment or illness you've been experiencing, or you may want to just focus on general healings and health in your body. As you continue rocking back and forth, I'm going to ask you now to think about your emotional body. Go now into the deepest part of your emotional self and allow any imbalances to be revealed and to surface. These imbalances that come up may go back many years, or they may be very recent and ongoing in your life now. Allow these emotional imbalances to be revealed completely, whatever they are. Scanning carefully, allowing them to surface. With complete awareness and without judgment, just allow them to surface as if floating to the top of a pond. Observe them now, calmly and carefully. Observing. Imagine writing them down on a chalkboard. Writing down names of people in your life who may have been or still may be attached to those emotional imbalances. Writing down everything that comes to mind as you scan your emotional body. These emotional imbalances you're observing may come from fear, from resentment, from rejection, from sadness. They could come from emptiness or loneliness or anger or from any number of feelings that have gone beyond normal emotions or feelings to become a heavy burden that you've carried for a while now. Write down whatever comes up for you on the imaginary chalkboard. Write them all down, and whatever names come up that are attached to these overwhelming or controlling emotions. Revealing. And now, when you are finished writing it all out, any fears, hurt, sadness, rejection, loneliness, whatever the emotion and the people involved, I want you to take an imaginary eraser and erase, erase, erase. Erasing. Erase. Erasing. Keep erasing all of it. Erase. Keep letting go. Erase. Letting go now of the imbalance in your emotional body. Letting go of the hold that it's had over you and your life. Letting go. Erasing now the hold that you might have allowed someone else to have over your emotions. Erase. Letting go now. Erase. Erasing now. Erase. Wipe that board clean. Erasing. See that board now completely clean. And breathe in deeply. Breathing in. cleansing breath.
Breathing out.
And let it all go. Now, continuing to rock back and forth, moving to your mental body. Scanning your mental body completely.
Scanning.
Going into your mental body and looking for imbalances that you have now or you have had in the past. Scanning for worries, pressures, stress, strain, not measuring up, too much to handle, too much to do, all of the things that have mentally overtaxed you to the point of throwing your body into chaos. Identify these things now and write them all down on your imaginary chalkboard. Writing down all of the mental baggage,
Revealing.
the worries, the stresses, the overload, the out of control, the too much to do. Write it all down, listing with it any people attached to these mental stress imbalances.
Revealing.
See it all completely in your awareness. And now, taking your eraser again, and erase,
Erasing.
erase, erase,
Erasing.
erase. Letting go of all of the mental baggage now.
Erasing.
The imbalances that have put a toll on your physical body.
Erasing.
Erasing completely.
Letting go.
Erasing. Erasing.
Erase.
Done with it completely.
Letting go.
Done with it for good.
Letting go.
Cleaning up
Erase.
the worries, the stresses, the overload,
Erase.
out of control, gone,
Erase.
erased, cleaned out.
Letting go.
And now,
Breathe in.
see it completely clean. It's all gone.
Breathe out.
And taking a deep cleansing breath in
Breathe in.
and out, and releasing it all. Let it go.
Letting go.
Now, moving to your spiritual body.
Relax.
This is where the highest essence of who you are exists.
Calm.
Take a few moments and allow yourself to connect with your spiritual self.
Serene.
Go to that highest place within you.
Relaxed.
This is the place where you can experience your highest communication with God. If your busy life or your schedule is keeping you from being still and from connecting with the deepest part of your soul, you may feel a disconnection or distance from your highest self and from God. Allow yourself now to just be in your spiritual body for a moment and to gently scan for any feelings of disconnect or separateness from God. It is not a natural state to be disconnected from your Creator. It is like being unplugged from the source of your power and life. If you notice a disconnection, just allow divine, sparkling white light to fill your entire spiritual body, filling the void, healing the emptiness, knowing immediately that all is well. If you have ever had any thoughts or feelings that you don't deserve to have this divine connection, let those feelings go now. Erase, erase,
Erasing.
erase,
Erasing.
erase, letting go completely. Erasing any feelings of guilt or undeservedness.
Letting go.
Erase, erase,
Erasing.
erase, erase.
Erasing.
Letting go of those feelings for good. Erasing every trace of those feelings of inadequacy.
Erase.
Erase, erase,
Erasing.
erase. Let go.
Erasing. Letting go.
And breathing in a deep, cleansing breath.
Breathe in.
Releasing and letting go.
Breathe out. Letting go.
Now it is time to focus on the cells of the physical body, continuing to rock back and forth,
Rocking.
back and forth,
Rocking.
back and forth, feeling the rhythm of the comfortable rocking chair. Begin to scan your entire body slowly, focusing on each cell or groups of cells as you start from the top of your head, scanning, and slowly go down through your body. As you go, notice any disturbance or imbalance in your health in any part of your body. When you feel or become aware of an imbalance, focus on that area, on that group of cells, and see yourself erasing that illness and cellular memory of that illness.
Erase.
Erasing imbalance,
Erase.
erasing irregularities in cells,
Erase completely.
erasing any dysfunction of any kind in these groups of affected cells.
Erase.
Erasing, erasing,
Letting
erasing, erasing illness, erasing disease,
Letting go.
erasing irregularities.
Letting go.
Erase, 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 erase. Letting go of any memory of illness
Erase.
As you erase and let go, there is only the cellular memory of health and wholeness.
Perfect health.
Erase, 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 erase. Continue letting go of every remaining bit of disease,
Erase.
disharmony, or unwellness in the body now. Erase, 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 erase. Feeling and seeing these areas of focus flooded with the memory of health and wholeness. See the white light glowing through and around each and every cell.
Wellness.
Ever present, ever healing,
Perfect function.
allowing this light to constantly and continually renew health and wellness in each cell,
Healing light.
in each tissue, in each organ, in each system in your body.
Perfect health.
See each system flowing, functioning, communicating in perfect harmony and wellness together.
Harmony.
See your entire body now flooded with soothing, healing white light,
Wellness.
and know that all is well. And breathing in deeply and letting it go completely. And continuing to rock back and forth, back and forth,
Rocking.
focusing on your breath now
Breathing in.
for a few moments.
Breathing
Begin
out.
to breathe in and out, allowing yourself to feel your breath penetrating
Breathing
deeply
in.
all the way down through every cell in your body.
Breathing out.
Focusing on your breath, breathing down through the bottom of the spine and out into every cell of your body,
Breathing out.
filling your body with life force.
Breathing in.
And let your breath continue naturally filling your cells.
Breathing
And as you do, imagine your body completely flooded with healing light
Breathing in.
as you repeat these important affirmations in your mind.
Breathing out.
Healing is taking place now. In every part of my body, healing is taking place now. Healing is taking place now. In every part of my body, healing is taking place now. I see each muscle, each organ, each gland, each joint, each bone, each skin cell, each and every tissue and cell healed, perfect, and well. I see each muscle, each organ, each gland, each joint, each bone, each skin cell, each and every tissue and cell healed, perfect, and well. My body is coursing with perfect health. My body is vibrant with perfect balance. My body is coursing with perfect health. My body is vibrant with perfect balance. All of the systems in my body are balanced. The systems of my body communicate with each other perfectly. There is harmony between the cells and the systems of my body. All of the systems in my body are balanced. The systems of my body communicate with each other perfectly. There is harmony between the cells and the systems of my body. My body is an amazing creation. I know God created my body to orchestrate perfect wellness, perfect function, and perfect health each and every day. My body is an amazing creation. I know God created my body to orchestrate perfect wellness, perfect function, and perfect health each and every day. God created my body with intelligent design. My body is made to restore and renew health each day organically from within. God created my body with intelligent design. My body is made to restore and renew health each day organically from within. When there are any foreign or toxic substances, viruses, unfriendly bacteria, molds, fungi, or abnormal cells of any kind in my body knows just what to do to let go of these things immediately through the intelligent systems which are a part of me. When there are any foreign or toxic substances, viruses, unfriendly bacteria, molds, fungi, or abnormal cells of any kind in my body knows just what to do to let go of these things immediately through the intelligent systems which are a part of me. I look young. I feel young. I look young. I feel young. I act and move with youthful grace and confidence. I act and move with youthful grace and confidence. My eyes have a youthful glow. My eyes have a youthful glow. My skin has a youthful glow. My skin has a youthful glow. My muscles are strong, supportive, and flexible. My muscles are strong, supportive, and flexible. My joints are healthy, strong, and have perfect mobility. My joints are healthy, strong, and have perfect mobility. I love this healthy body of mine. I love this healthy body of mine. I love experiencing this amazing health each and every day of my life. I love experiencing this amazing health each and every day of my life. I love this wellness that is my constant condition each and every day. I love this wellness that is my constant condition each and every day. I have deep gratitude and give thanks each day for this amazing and perfect health that I experience each and every day. I have deep gratitude and give thanks each day for this amazing and perfect health that I experience each and every day. I am deserving. I am deserving. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am loved. I am loved. Breathing in deeply once again and letting go, anchoring these affirmations deeply into every system that makes up the whole of you. Know now that each time you breathe in throughout your day, these important affirmations of perfect health will repeat again and again in your subconscious mind, deepening your experience of perfect health each day. Getting ready now to come back to this place and time. I will begin counting backwards from 5 to 1, and when I reach the number 1, you will be wide awake, full of energy, and feel healthy and energetic. 5, coming back to this place and time. 4, feeling healthy, feeling renewed, and feeling very well. 3, bringing with you in each part of your mind your wonderful new affirmations of perfect health. 2, feeling healed. And 1, wide awake, alert, and refreshed. Have a wonderful day. This CD is to be used in a relaxed state of mind. Please do not use while operating a vehicle or machinery of any kind. Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. Overcoming insomnia, getting deep, refreshing sleep every night. Looking up as far as you can at the space between your eyebrows, and then gently closing your eyes. Again, looking up as far as you possibly can at the space between your eyebrows, holding it, and then gently let your eyes close. One more time, looking up, rolling your eyes way up, looking between your eyebrows, and then closing, and this time keeping your eyes comfortably closed. It feels so good to rest your eyes. And taking in a deep, cleansing breath, holding it for just a moment, and then releasing it, exhaling completely. Relax. Once again, another deep, cleansing, relaxing breath, and exhaling stress and tension away. Relax. One more time, deep, cleansing breath, holding it. And as you exhale, all stress and tension floating far, far away from you on a gentle breeze. See it floating away. Relax. And continuing to breathe easily and normally. Imagine now a beautiful, sparkling, white ball of light above your head. Feel this sparkling white light moving down through the top of your head, gently penetrating every cell, every muscle, every bone, soothing everything in its path as it goes. Relax. It continues flowing down, feeling it. Relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Relax. All of the skin and bones down the back of the head just become relaxed, releasing all of the tension that was there. Relax. The eyelids become heavy and comfortable. The jaw loosens and the muscles relax and become loose and rest easily. Relax. As the light continues down the neck and upper back, you feel each vertebrae relaxing as it seems to create a little more space, soothing, unraveling each strand of muscle as it goes. Down through the chest and the abdomen, making each cell more comfortable, more relaxed. Relax. You feel this relaxation completely in each part of your body. in each muscle, in each bone, in each organ. You even feel this wonderful relaxation in each of your cells. As this relaxing, healing light continues flowing down through the lower back and hips, you feel more relaxed and comfortable than you ever remember feeling. Relax. Everything is gently aligning into the right place. All the muscles are loose, relaxed, and comfortable. Relax. As the light continues down, pushing through the tops of the legs, the muscles are instantly soothed and relieved of all tension. Relax. Continuing down through the knees, soothing, relaxing, and down through the ankles. And finally, pushing through the feet, relaxing all the little muscles and bones, soothing the nerve cells as it pushes all remaining stress and tension right through the bottoms of the feet. Relax, floating far, far away from you. And as you continue to breathe in, see the remaining stress or any thoughts or worries drift far, far away from you, as if carried away on a gentle breeze. As you enjoy this state of complete relaxation, we are going to talk about the wonderful qualities of good sleep. A good night's sleep allows the body to recharge. Sleep allows the cells of the body to restore, rejuvenate, and to heal. Another wonderful quality of a good night's sleep is that it allows the brain to reset itself. So the next day, after waking from a good night's sleep, the brain operates in an alert, attentive, and optimal way. Sleep is a natural process. Every person has the natural ability within them to fall asleep naturally and stay asleep through the entire night. Sometimes this natural cycle will get disrupted temporarily, but it is always possible to go back to a perfect and natural sleep cycle. We are going to begin to restore this natural cycle today by releasing any thoughts or fears that might have prevented good sleep in the past. You have made the decision to be done with any further disruption of your sleep cycle. You feel comfortable making that decision because you know now that you are the one in charge of your body and mind. Release. With this self-commitment to your health, it is important at this time to affirm your new intentions for good sleep. Let go. In your mind, say along with me these positive statements regarding the healthy, new sleep habits you are forming. Sleep. I am ready for this positive change in my sleep cycle. Release. It is safe to let go of past sleep problems and allow my mind and body to experience a deep, long sleep each and every night. Let go. I am okay with my new healthy sleep habits. Everyone is okay with my new healthy sleep habits. Sleep. I choose to sleep well each and every night now. Release. My body and mind at all levels choose to let go and fall into a deep, relaxing sleep each and every night. Let go. I function much better during the day, and my health is improved now that I experience natural, healthy sleep each and every night. Sleep. I release all thoughts at every level of my mind. My only awareness is the softness of the bed supporting my body and the comfort of my breath as I breathe in and out. Release. Feeling completely relaxed, just continuing to breathe in and out naturally as these truths are anchored in at all levels of the mind and body. Let go. Sleep. Let go. Allowing the gentle glow of relaxation to continue permeating your entire body. Picture now a point of light like a star between your eyes, and as I count down from 10 to 1, see the point of light drifting further and further away from you. becoming even more relaxed as I say each number.
Sleep.
10, drifting away very slowly, focusing on the light. 9,
Sleep.
peacefully, gently drifting as the light fades.
Sleep.
8, sinking into deeper relaxation.
Sleep.
7, releasing, relaxing, drifting deeper and deeper, and the light fades further away.
Sleep.
6, more relaxed still, more comfortable.
Sleep.
5, the star drifting further and further away. The point of light going far away and relaxing more and more.
Sleep.
4, fading as it goes further still.
Sleep.
3, deeper into complete relaxation.
Sleep.
2, the light far, far away now, so far into the peace beyond.
Sleep.
And 1, completely gone, and your mind is now completely relaxed. Breathing naturally and peacefully now, gently scan your mind for any residue or thoughts or worries of any kind. Without judging them, imagine gathering all of those thoughts and worries together in one place and putting them in a container with a very secure lid.
Sleep.
This container has an inscription on it that says, "Things to deal with tomorrow during the day."
Sleep.
Place the lid securely on the container and imagine someone you love and trust taking that container from you and placing it outside the room.
Sleep. Sleep.
And now that you have given up these thoughts, you find it very easy to dismiss them. You easily and effortlessly detach from them.
Deep sleep.
You know they will be taken care of at the appropriate time during the day. Now is not the time.
Deep sleep.
You are comfortable, peaceful, and relaxed, and with each breath, you continue to experience even deeper relaxation.
Deep sleep.
You allow yourself to sink further, becoming even more comfortable in your bed. Right now, you are in the safest most comfortable place you could ever imagine.
Deep sleep.
Here, you are protected, comfortable, and very, very safe.
Deep sleep.
Imagine God, your angels, or someone you love standing watch,
Sleep.
keeping everything perfect and peaceful around you.
Deep sleep.
And you breathe in and relax even more.
Sleep.
You have no thought, no cares. The only awareness you have now is a complete sense of comfort, peace, and relaxation.
Deep sleep.
It feels so good to let go, and you do this effortlessly now, breathing peacefully, simply letting the comfort of life soothe you and allow you to drift.
Deep sleep.
All is well. You let go completely.
Sleep.
It is safe to let go now to the natural process of sleep.
Deep sleep.
Deep, wonderful, long, relaxing sleep.
Deep sleep.
You know at all levels of the mind and body, you will be able to get right back to this perfect sleep each and every night.
Sleep.
All you have to do is look at the bed that you are about to get into at night, and you will immediately be able to go back into this wonderful state of relaxation.
Deep sleep.
And as you feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into a completely relaxed sleep state, there is no thought, no care. This is your peaceful time of self-caring. Nothing else matters right now.
Deep sleep.
You know, as you drift deeper, that tomorrow when you wake up refreshed, that will be the perfect time for thinking about things. But now, there is nothing but comfort, peace, and deep, deep relaxation in the entire body and mind.
Sleep.
You will now fall into a perfect and deep sleep
Sleep.
and enjoy a complete and full night's sleep.
Deep sleep.
When morning comes, you will be more rested and refreshed than ever, drifting, relaxing into a deep, deep sleep now. Peaceful dreams.
Sleep.
This CD is to be used in a relaxed state of mind. Please do not use while operating a vehicle or machinery of any kind. Hello and welcome to Crystal Vision Learning Programs. The colors of the rainbow, clearing and balancing your chakra energy. Looking up as far as you can at the space between your eyebrows, and then gently closing your eyes. Again, looking up as far as you possibly can at the space between your eyebrows, holding it, and then gently let your eyes close. One more time, looking up, rolling your eyes way up, looking between your eyebrows, and then closing, and this time keeping your eyes comfortably closed. It feels so good to rest your eyes. And taking in a deep, cleansing breath, holding it for just a moment, and then releasing it, exhaling completely. Relax. Once again, another deep, cleansing, relaxing breath. And exhaling stress and tension away. Relax. One more time, deep, cleansing breath, holding it. And as you exhale, all stress and tension floating far, far away from you on a gentle breeze. See it floating away. Relax. And continuing to breathe easily and normally. Imagine now a beautiful, sparkling, white ball of light above your head. Feel this sparkling white light moving down through the top of your head, gently penetrating every cell, every muscle, every bone, soothing everything in its path as it goes. Relax. It continues flowing down, feeling it. Relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Relax. All of the skin and bones down the back of the head just become relaxed, releasing all of the tension that was there. Relax. The eyelids become heavy and comfortable. The jaw loosens and the muscles relax and become loose and rest easily. Relax. As the light continues down the neck and upper back, you feel each vertebrae relaxing as it seems to create a little more space, soothing, unraveling each strand of muscle as it goes. Down through the chest and the abdomen, making each cell more comfortable, more relaxed. Relax. You feel this relaxation completely in each part of your body, in each muscle, in each bone, in each organ. You even feel this wonderful relaxation in each of your cells. Relax. As this relaxing, healing light continues flowing down through the lower back and hips, you feel more relaxed and comfortable than you ever remember feeling. Relax. Everything is gently aligning into the right place. all the muscles are loose, relaxed, and comfortable.
Relax.
As the light continues down, pushing through the tops of the legs, the muscles are instantly soothed and relieved of all tension.
Relax.
Continuing down through the knees, soothing, relaxing, and down through the ankles.
Relax.
And finally, pushing through the feet, relaxing all the little muscles and bones, soothing the nerve cells as it pushes all remaining stress and tension right through the bottoms of the feet.
Relax.
Floating far, far away from you. And now that you are experiencing this wonderful state of peaceful relaxation, imagine that you are walking along a beautiful beach. It is quiet and serene as you walk along, feeling the sand that is soft but firm under your feet. The day is perfect. The temperature is just the way you like it. You hear the sounds of birds calling and the sound of the waves. The surf washes up gently and then recedes like a natural rhythm, flowing in and flowing out. It feels cleansing and refreshing to be walking here in this beautiful place. And as you continue on, you notice that you are suddenly surrounded in the most amazing, beautiful colors. Colors that are vibrant and soothing at the same time. It is as if a rainbow has touched the earth exactly where you are, and you are in the middle of these amazing bands of beautiful color. You stop and raise your arms up, wanting to feel the vibration of these beautiful colors more. As you raise your arms, you notice that you begin to rise gently up into the color. Rising gently up into the color, you notice that you are surrounded by the most beautiful color of red. Feel this beautiful red energizing you. As you breathe in this amazing red color, you notice that it is concentrated around the base of your spine. You begin to feel that red energy there, balancing and releasing any blocks you might have had in that area. It feels so very safe. And as you release, the color becomes more brilliant and energized. It feels good to let go of any blocks that might have been keeping you from feeling safe, grounded, and stable. And now that these blocks have been removed, you feel more grounded and stable. You feel more flexible than you have in a while. It feels so good to know that you are safe. Taking in one more big breath in this red energy. You raise your arms up again and begin rising up in the bands of color. Now you find yourself surrounded in a sparkling orange color. Feel the beautiful essence of this vibrant orange. Notice how nurturing it feels to be immersed in this orange color. You also begin to realize that it is concentrated about 4 inches above the base of your spine. Feel this orange color swirling through this area, balancing, healing. As it does, you begin to feel nourished and purified, allowing any blocks that were there to be released instantly. As you feel these blocks being released, feel this orange color becoming more brilliant and more energized. Enjoying this nourished, purified feeling. You start to feel a wonderful charm within you coming forth, being renewed. With one more deep breath, feel yourself rising up further now. Gently rising, becoming surrounded with a beautiful yellow color like the glow of sunshine. Feeling this amazing yellow energy all around you and through you. Noticing it is concentrated in the center of your body, around the navel area. Breathing deeply and releasing any blocks which might have prevented you from truly feeling your personal power. As you do, you begin to feel this wonderful, warm power that is at the core of who you are. You know this power comes directly from your Creator and is always with you. And you feel your will renewed and energized, and feel yourself coming into a wonderful alignment with your highest destiny. Feeling this beautiful yellow become more energized as you breathe in again deeply. Raising your arms, gently rising up again, as now you find yourself surrounded in the most peaceful, brilliant color of green. Allow this sparkling, peaceful green color to surround you and fill you. Breathing in the essence of this green color, you notice it is concentrated around the area of your heart. As the green swirls through your heart area, feel the complete release of any blocks that might have kept you from giving or receiving love. See the area around your heart as a constant flow, allowing the chair to rise up and support you, taking in all of the love around you and giving back love to everyone. See it flowing unconditionally both ways. As you feel this green become more vibrant and energized, you begin to feel more peace, harmony, and happiness inside of you. Another deep breath in this beautiful green color. And raising your arms once again, you rise up further yet, becoming surrounded now by a beautiful robin's egg blue color. All stress and tension into one spot. Breathe in the essence of this calming, clarifying color. Releasing everything you don't need. Notice that it is concentrated around the base of your throat. Just allow yourself to relax. As you focus on that area, allow the release of any blocks
Sound of the music.
which might have kept you from speaking your highest
You feel
truth.
safe and comfortable. This is a safe time for rest
And as you feel those blocks being released,
and as you
the
settle
color
into the
becomes
chair,
more energized,
imagine
and you notice
gentle
that you begin to have
light
a heightened sense of creativity.
gently pulsing at the top of your head.
You also notice a heightened sense of discernment, which you know will serve you well.
And scanning gently for any negative thought programming.
Know that as you achieve this new sense of clarity in this area, you will more easily draw the abundance to yourself and your life.
Talents and purpose.
Enjoying this wonderful new clarity. Breathing in this beautiful blue
Imagine
once
the light
again.
working within the mind.
You
and its
raise your
infinite
arms,
intelligence.
anticipating higher
passes
levels
through
of
each and every
awareness,
cell, each neural connection, every
rising
thought pattern,
gently,
as it illuminates any
moving
negativity,
higher into the
negative
most
thought patterns,
amazing,
self-defeating
vibrant
experiences,
color of indigo.
words, or belief systems that reside anywhere within the mind.
The purple-blue color swirls around and through
Notice
you,
now and see how all
and
of
you
these thoughts
feel it
and thought
very
patterns exist from the
concentrated
past,
at the area
and how they've
between
been
your
keeping the
eyes.
past alive, and in the past have stood in the way of you moving
Breathing
forward
in
into success
this
in the
beautiful
present.
color.
See and feel the clear
Releasing
illumination
any
of
blocks
any and all
to higher
things
vision
that in the past
that you may have
were a barrier to
experienced
clear,
before.
pure thoughts and thinking.
As you allow those blocks to be released,
And as the light
you begin
illuminates
to
these
feel
old
a
patterns from the
heightened
past,
sense of insight.
notice now that the very instant the light illuminates
You begin
them,
to feel
they
a
quickly
sense
dissolve
of unbounded
into the light.
foresight.
And as the light hits these old patterns, beliefs,
And
thoughts,
as you allow the
self-defeating words
release,
or programs,
this indigo
anything
color
carrying
becomes
any
more
negativity, they
energized,
instantly lose any
and you
all
become
power
keenly aware
and
of your
simply cease
ability to
exist.
see and discern
And as you
truth.
see them dissolving, you see the light clearing the way.
You are
See the light
completely
cleansing the
comfortable
mind,
and at
making
ease
space for
with this new
positive belief
awareness.
structures, positive patterns, positive
And
thoughts
now,
and thinking,
once again, raising your
making
arms
space for
upward,
productive habits, and
rising
clearing the way
again
for infinite
upward.
creativity.
You find
I will
yourself
be silent for a
surrounded
few moments while
in
you
a
allow this
sparkling,
cleansing process
holy white.
to cleanse and clear, dissolving all of the old
Breathe
negative
in the
patterns
sparkling
that you've held
white
in the past.
energy, allowing it to surround you and fill you. And as you allow yourself to experience the higher vibration of this beautiful white, notice it is concentrated
Now, breathing
around
deeply
the
again,
top of your head,
feeling your breath. breathing deeply to the bottom of your spine, gathering your breath
you
into
begin
one
to
place,
feel now
holding it for just a moment,
release
and then releasing
anything
it
that might
fully.
have kept you
And at the same
from
time,
your
fully
highest
releasing any
communication
shred
with God.
of negative residue within the mind, and breathing normally
And
easily
as you release,
and
you
comfortably.
experience now the infinite possibilities of all creation.
And now imagine the light beginning to move downward, down, gently
You experience
pushing through the
the
neck and
eternal
shoulders,
nature of
down
your
and back, and
existence,
filling the chest with the gentle
bringing
pulsing
about
light.
a new sense of
Now
enlightenment
imagine the light
and connection
surrounding your heart.
with God
And
and
with
your
another breath
highest
in,
self.
feel it filling your heart gently and soothingly. Allow
Feel this
the light
wonderful
into your
transformation
heart
happening within.
fully and completely.
Breathing it in.
And as the light pulses gently in your heart and nurtures your heart, you begin to notice that your emotional experiences of the past become gently illuminated, and that you can observe them clearly and safely as if seeing them from the perspective of a loving friend. And as you observe the emotional experiences of your past from this safe, detached perspective, you clearly see, feel, and know the origins of those experiences and the people who interacted with you throughout these experiences. And with this gentle light illuminating the experiences and the people involved in them, you clearly notice those that carry an energy of pain or heaviness. Yet you still detach from the pain or heaviness. You simply observe it like a loving friend. You have a clear sense now of which of those emotional experiences were positive and life-affirming, and those which were draining, depleting, or invalidating. It feels natural and good for you to be able to observe these experiences from this detached perspective. And you are fully present as the light illuminates any negative experiences that caused you pain in the past.
Asking your angels,
Any experiences that drained
guides
you,
to
depleted
join
you,
for
or
a
invalidated you.
moment.
You see and feel those negative emotions dissolve instantly and effortlessly into the light.
If you need
You know
answers to
that holding
anything that
them
needs
would
clarification,
serve no purpose in your life any longer.
ask now and then listen.
And you gently, lovingly, and calmly allow them to dissolve into the light. And continuing to observe any past negative emotions for a few moments. Continuing to see them all. Any and all emotional pain and residue dissolve instantly into the light. And it feels so good just to let it all go. It feels so right and it feels so natural. It feels like a perfectly natural state for you to just let go and just be free And as you do, you continue to feel lighter and freer than you ever remember feeling. Raising your arms one more time in gratitude for everything you are. All past emotional negativity or pain dissolve and disappear, and you feel yourself releasing and letting go. You've experienced a new sense of freedom and open space inside of you. You also feel yourself easily and effortlessly detached from any person or situation involved in those past experiences, whether they are still in your life or not, whether the people involved were family members, friends, a love interest, an acquaintance, or even a stranger. Allow yourself now to feel a healthy detachment from the person who might have been connected to any negative emotional experience. As you start to feel yourself descending gently, slowly down. Imagine for a moment that if those negative emotional experiences left slivers of negative residue within you, you now see the slivers dissolve and disappear. You see and feel where they were in your body, in your mind, in any space within you, but instantly, as you notice, you allow the slivers, the emotional slivers, to just dissolve and disappear, which allows space to open up for more positive, life-supporting, life-affirming, emotional experiences to happen as you move forward in your life. And you know now that you stand at the gate of all of your emotional experiences, of all of your thought and thinking experiences, and that you can stand there and make deliberate choices now. Now you are deliberately creating the experiences you want to have in your life, the thoughts and the feelings that you want to have in your body, in your mind, and in any part of your existence. And it's easy for you now to observe as you go throughout your day, to notice when these experiences come up in life. You're more deliberate now. You make deliberate choices about what enters into your thoughts, into your emotions, and what types of patterns you are creating. And you know that the types of patterns you will create going forward are positive, life-supporting, and life-affirming. And now allowing the light to instantly expand throughout your entire body and mind. And as it does, feeling the open, clear space in every part of your body and mind, leaving a clean slate for new, deliberate, positive thoughts and beliefs. Feeling your entire body and mind open and clear, leaving space for new mental programs that support and affirm your greatest talents, abilities, and potential. And now, sitting in this wonderful, pure, clear space of clarity and awareness, repeat these affirmations silently in your mind after I say them. I am releasing the thought and belief patterns from the past that no longer serve my greatest success and happiness. I am I recognize instantly when any negative thoughts enter my mind, and I simply observe them in a detached way and shift instantly to a positive, affirming thought that supports me, my success, my health, and my well-being. I recognize instantly when any negative thoughts enter my mind, and I simply observe them in a detached way and shift instantly to a positive, affirming thought that supports me, my success, my health, and my well-being. I am ready and willing now to release any destructive or self-sabotaging programs I operated by in the past. I am ready and willing now to release any destructive or self-sabotaging programs I operated by in the past. I easily and readily keep my mind space clear from old destructive patterns, and I open it up to new, positive, constructive thought patterns. I easily and readily keep my mind space clear from old destructive patterns, and I open it up to new, positive, constructive thought patterns. I can identify thoughts that cause negative emotions within my mind and body, and I focus on the emotion and easily see that the source could be flawed or outdated thinking. I can identify thoughts that cause negative emotions within my mind and body, and I focus on the emotion and easily see that the source could be flawed or outdated thinking. I easily observe any negative emotions that might come up for me, and I easily shift my thinking into thoughts that create positive, good feelings that keep me moving forward. I easily observe any negative emotions that might come up for me, and I easily shift my thinking into thoughts that create positive, good feelings that keep me moving forward. I release old negative emotions that aren't serving me easily and effortlessly, and I easily detach in a healthy way from any person or situation that was associated with that emotion. I release old negative emotions that aren't serving me easily and effortlessly, and I easily detach in a healthy way from any person or situation that was associated with that emotion. When old thoughts or emotional patterns sneak up on me, I recognize them instantly and make a deliberate shift, as if I am taking off an old tattered coat and dropping it in the garbage. I then embrace the open, clear space within me to create something new and better. When old thoughts or emotional patterns sneak up on me, I recognize them instantly and make a deliberate shift, as if I am taking off an old tattered coat and dropping it in the garbage. I then embrace the open, clear space within me to create something new and better. I am fully ready now to let go of any negative, destructive thinking forever and to allow the fullness of my creativity to blossom. I am fully ready now to let go of any negative, destructive thinking forever and to allow the fullness of my creativity to blossom. It is time now for me to let go of any negative, destructive thinking and embrace only positive, success-affirming thoughts. It is time now for me to let go of any negative, destructive thinking and embrace only positive, success-affirming thoughts. I am fully aware now of the quality of my thoughts at every level, and I can shift instantly and easily into positive, creative thinking in any moment. I am fully aware now of the quality of my thoughts at every level, and I can shift instantly and easily into positive, creative thinking in any moment. And taking in a deep breath again, anchoring all of these affirmations firmly into your awareness at every level of consciousness. Knowing that if you ever have feelings of inadequacy, unworthiness, or helplessness, you can simply breathe in deeply and re-anchor yourself to the truth of these powerful affirmations that are working constantly toward your highest good. Now, getting ready to come back to this place and time, I will count backward from 5 to 1, and when I reach the number 1, you will be wide awake, refreshed, and ready for great things. 5, ready now to purge any and all programming, both emotional and thought programming, that no longer serves your highest purpose. 4, coming into alignment fully with your highest purpose, with all of the great things you are destined for. 3, being ready now to keep clear, open space for all of these wonderful things to fill in your life. 2, bringing with you and integrating all of these wonderful positive affirmations into your life, into each day, into each moment, into each interaction that you have throughout the day. And 1, getting in touch with the room, wide awake, alert, and ready for a wonderful day. Go out and do great things.
Hi, this is Mark Victor Hansen. You know me for Chicken Soup for the Soul and so many other books. But I want to introduce you to one of my closest, greatest, and wisest friends, Crystal Dwyer. Crystal is known world over for her utterly powerful work in helping transform people's lives. As an author, speaker, life coach, and master hypnotherapist, she guides people through their obstacles and difficulties to discover their own abilities, talents, and brilliance. Through her lifetime of challenges, she has developed the key principles and habits that create monumental positive change for anyone in any area of life. She leads people from every walk of life down the very path that will lead them to their own greatness, regardless of their background or life circumstances. Many of us think, if we could only have a guide, someone to help us navigate through life's toughest waters and bring us to the other side to experience the triumph and freedom we desire. Crystal is the life guide you've been looking for. Crystal says the greatest investment you can ever make is in your own potential. Her thousands of successful followers around the world would smile and agree. Crystal is dedicated to making the world work for 100% of humanity. In this CD, she will show you how to get out of the worry trap forever, create productive thinking that will move your life ahead to new levels of success and happiness. And now, my dear friend, Crystal Dwyer.
Once there was a man who traveled far until he came to a new city to live. Upon entering the city, he encountered a wise man. He asked the wise man, "What kind of people live in this city?" The wise man answered, "What kind of people do you think live in this city?" The traveler answered, "I've heard that people who live in this city are unkind and unfair. I've heard that you can't trust them, and if you don't watch out, they will try to steal from you and ruin your life." The wise man answered, "Then you are right. Those are the kind of people who live in this city." Another man came along the next day. Before entering the city, he came upon the same wise man. "Kind sir," he said, "could I bother to ask you a question? I am looking for a good place to live, and I'm wondering if you know about the city in front of us. What are the people like who live in this city?" The wise man answered, "What do you think the people in this city are like?" The traveler responded, I've heard the people in this city are kind and good. I've heard they look out for one another, and if you're in need, you can trust them to give you good advice or a helpful hand. Then you are right, said the wise man. Those are the kind of people who live in this city. The wise man's message to each of the travelers was clear, that the living experience they will each get will be the one they are expecting. And you can expect that by listening to this audio, you can get rid of your worry now. In the CD program today, we are going to talk about how the beliefs and thoughts we have in our minds actually end up creating what we experience in our lives. And as you listen to this audio and begin to apply the principles you learn, you'll find out how the thoughts you could be thinking and the experiences you might be choosing to focus on could be causing you unneeded worry in your life. This type of worry that we all do at one time or another can actually start to control your life. You'll also learn in this CD there is a way to stop the constant worry that could be controlling you. Today, I'm going to teach you the techniques that will help you change worry into productivity. Let's talk about the brain. Your brain is the control system for your life. No one wants to feel out of control in their lives, yet most of us live each day with an underlying feeling that we don't have control of our lives. It often feels for many of us that life is just coming at us and that it is impossible to stay on top of things. Living like this causes us to repeat destructive thoughts again and again, creating a vicious cycle of worry. This repeating cycle within our minds leaves us feeling that life is unkind, unsafe, or unfair, that we can't trust in our experience of life and expect good things from it. The truth is, we do have a tremendous amount of control over our lives and our life experience. When we feel out of control with worry, anxiety, and stress, it's because our brains have organized our thoughts and experiences in a way that triggers bad feelings and fears, and a worry cycle that shuts us down and cuts us off from productivity, happiness, and success. Now, here's the good news. If this is what your life has become, one of constant worry and fears for your future, you may be thinking you can't change things and get out of that constant worry trap. I have good news for you today. You can change things. Not only can you get out of the vicious worry cycle, but you can reorganize your brain through new thought processes and new experience processes to create the life experience you want to be having. In my work as a life coach and master hypnotherapist, I help people every day get rid of the mind and thought patterns that are shutting them down and making it impossible to feel optimistic, happy, and successful. I then help people establish new thought patterns that will create and attract joy and success. In my best-selling book, Pure Thoughts for Pure Results, I teach that you are the only one who can truly change your life for the better. So there is nothing more valuable to you than an investment of time, resources, and energy into yourself. Now then, on to your greatest resource. Some people think that money is their greatest resource. Some think that status is their greatest resource. Some even think that just good old-fashioned luck is the greatest thing anyone can possess. I'm here to tell you that your greatest resource is your own brain. Your brain isn't a fixed machine like some people think. It is a work in progress. Your brain has over 100 billion cells. Our brains constantly are being reorganized by the experiences we have and the thoughts we think. This organization inside your brain is what makes you, you. Since science proves to us that the brain is constantly being reorganized, what if we knew how to take deliberate, specific action that would organize our brains to be worry-free? What if we knew the thoughts and experiences we needed to practice to cause our brains to do the things that make our lives better in every way? Science has proven in thousands of studies now that we can do just that. Our thoughts, when they are repeated over and over, leave deep etchings in our brains. What you think of as you is really the memories, dreams, hopes, fears, feelings, habits, skills, and pain which have all come together and arranged themselves through neurological brain wiring into a living sculpture called you. But here's the amazing thing about the human mind. Because our experiences continue to happen every minute of our lives, and we continue to interact with our world, feeling, relating, doing, learning, having new experiences, our mind is never finished. These billions of nerve cells in our heads are a continual work in progress, being changed and molded by each choice we make and each thing we focus upon. When we learn to use our mind's never-ending ability to evolve for our advantage, we can cause wonderful changes in our own lives. I can tell you story after story of people who believed the problems in their lives were insurmountable before they discovered my work. They were so steeped in turmoil or problems they didn't believe in their ability to design their best life. They spent most of their time just trying to hang on by their fingernails. After they attend my seminars, read my books, or listen to my audios, they write to me and come to me with heartwarming personal stories of their own life transformation. One woman named Linda said, "Before I discovered your teachings, I lived my life as if my only goal was to survive. Now I don't just survive. I live my life with purpose and passion. I never thought of myself as a creative person," said Linda, "but now I create something new every day." Wow, it's stories like these that inspire my life's work, which is to help as many people as possible to live their life with creative purpose and passion. I'd like to discuss the power of each thought. I want you, for just a second or two, to focus on a single thought while I'm silent for just a moment. Think of that thought now. Whether the thought you just had was related to the feeling of joy, sadness, anger, fear, or excitement, that thought changed your body. Even if you're sitting, not moving, the thought you just had triggered a little lightning storm in your brain, firing clusters of electrical currents and secreting a host of neurochemicals. Those neurochemicals get instantly sent out to the rest of your body like a radio broadcast that every cell is listening to. Each cell receives the transmission from the thought and acts accordingly. When you focused on that new thought a moment ago, your thymus gland and your spleen probably got involved. Gastric juices started to be secreted. Enzymes from the liver may have even increased. Your heart probably fluctuated slightly, and your breathing might have even changed. Even the blood flow all the way down to your hands and feet probably experienced some sort of change. All that from a single thought from you. When you think a thought, you actually change every part of you. Now then, how worry affects your life and why you must get rid of it. When I work with people in my live seminars, I teach people that the worry we experience every day isn't harmless and benign. It doesn't just sit and exist in a bubble inside of you. Worry creates negative thoughts, which set off negative corresponding emotions. The effects of worry get into many different aspects of our lives and start to mess things up for us. In fact, worry affects so many areas of our lives, it is almost impossible to feel happy if you're a chronic worrier. Thoughts of worry trigger other responses throughout our bodies and also affect the way we're living our lives. Our ability to make good, positive choices and take clear, positive action and to look and feel good are all hindered when we're frozen with worry. Over time, the stress that worry puts on our bodies can end up causing illness, making us look old, and shortening our lives. So we know now that our thoughts create real changes in our bodies. Here's the next thing we need to know. The quality of those thoughts that we're thinking cause a different quality of change in our bodies. If we continue to live in worry, the negative thoughts that roll around and around in our brain will continue to fire chemicals that actually put stress on our cells, lowering our immune systems and cutting off our creativity. Stress thoughts create stress chemicals. Think of your brain as a literal pharmacy of chemicals for your entire body. If you keep putting in the order for worry and stress by thinking those thoughts, the brain pharmacy has no choice but to fill the order and deliver those chemicals that are breaking your body down. In a scientific study done in the Netherlands, during the 10-year study period, subjects who were prone to be the biggest worriers were 45% more likely to die of all causes than those who were optimistic and positive about life. In a separate study published by Harvard School of Public Health, the relationship between worry and heart disease was studied. What was found was that chronic worry contributed to coronary heart disease. There are many other studies we could cite linking worry to decreased health and immunity. What we can learn from these is that we don't want worry to ever get in the way of our best health and happiness. If you make the commitment to yourself now to practice these wonderful techniques that are available to you in this audio, you can avoid the worry pitfalls and enjoy a lifetime of good health and joyful experiences. Next, the caveman brain versus the modern brain. The other thing you need to know that makes worry a no-win habit for anyone is that it forces our brain to react from its most primitive region, the limbic brain, what I like to refer to as the caveman region of our brain. The limbic brain is our fight or flight center, the part of the brain that is reactive and only concerned with basic survival. Constant worry triggers fear emotions that cause us to feel threatened at some level. As long as we feel threatened, our primitive limbic brain will keep kicking in, forcing the blood chemicals and electrical activity to be focused at that region. Our limbic brain is important, but its most important function is for emergencies, to be able to act fast and run away from a threat, or lift a car off our child if we had to in an emergency. When we worry all of the time, the fear and dread that we feel kicks off our limbic brain's response far too often, keeping us operating at a very primitive level. Since the day of the caveman is over, and we don't need to watch out for saber-toothed tigers looking for food, it serves our modern-day life much better if we can operate more in our creative solution-finding brain region and out of the primitive caveman region. This region of our brain that is the most important for solving the problems of our lives is called the prefrontal cortex. This is the judgment center and the creative problem-solving center of our brain. This part of our brain that is large and found in the front of our heads is what sets us humans apart from other animals. We humans have the most developed prefrontal cortex of any other animal. In other words, we were made to be creative and to find solutions. The more we stay out of worry and fear, the more our blood flow and electrical activity will stay centered in our prefrontal cortex, in the most resourceful, creative center for us to solve our problems and find creative solutions. The bottom line is this: if we learn to master our thoughts and change worry into productivity, we can create positive, productive thoughts that are related to positive emotions of contentment, happiness, fulfillment, and joy. The quality of those chemicals related to the positive feelings will strengthen our immune systems, keep our vital organs functioning better, and allow us to use the more creative parts of our minds. When our minds and bodies are free of the heaviness of worry, it allows us to feel great and accomplish great things in our lives. So then, why do we keep worry alive? When we talk about the toll that worry can take on us, we wonder why we do it at all. It keeps us edgy and tense, sometimes even making us feel like a nervous wreck. So why can't we just stop? It is because at some level we have been ingrained with the idea that our worrying serves a purpose. You might say we've been trained to worry. At some point in your life, you've probably been told things like, "You better be worried about it or you're going to fail." Or, "What will people think of you?" Or, "How will you ever support yourself?" Or it might have been, "Why would anyone want to be with you?" This is some of the entrenched mental programming that many of us start to operate from, depending on how often we've heard these things and what our upbringing and background are. This mental conditioning, if it's been repeated often enough in our lives, can set us up for chronic worrying. We learn to justify our worrying and hold on to it because we've been conditioned to believe that it serves a purpose. We think thoughts like, "Maybe I'll find a solution if I keep worrying about it," or "I don't want to miss something I should be seeing," or "I can't let myself stop thinking about it until I figure it out," or "I don't want any surprises," or "I need to be responsible." We think somehow that worrying helps us avoid bad things, prepares us for the worst, and wards off potential problems. The truth is, this thinking creates a tremendous amount of anxiety that serves no purpose to us. One of the most important new ideas we must be willing to embrace is that worrying is the problem, not the solution. Now then, I want to talk about the idea of mental rehearsal. Throughout the day, as you think different thoughts and go from activity to activity, you alter various parts of your brain and set off a chain effect of activity. Each time you shift your attention or change your focus, your brain fires new combinations of nerve cells and sequences that continue to reshape your brain. The more you focus repetitively on one thought or one activity, the more entrenched this coding becomes in your brain. This is why it is so important to recognize how often your thoughts are consumed by worry and to take deliberate steps to change those thoughts. Often when people are steeped in worry, they repeat the same destructive, negative thoughts over and over again throughout the day, day after day. This constant repetition will cause a person to bring about the very things they are worried about. Remember, we said the mind is infinitely resourceful. Even if you don't think you're doing it, by repeating thoughts, you are giving instructions to your mind to find a way to fulfill what you're thinking, even if those thoughts are at the subconscious level. Thinking those negative thoughts over and over again is like giving your mind a blueprint to build a life you don't want to live in. This program will help you continue to create a new blueprint of freedom, positive relationships, and prosperity for yourself. Now on to the mind habits. The mind can be trained to do just about anything. I'd like you to try an exercise with me for just a moment. Only do this right now if you're not driving, though, and your hands are free. Touch your index finger to your thumb. Then touch your middle finger to your thumbs on both hands at once. Then touch your ring fingers to your thumbs on both hands. Then touch your pinky to your thumbs on both hands. Next, imagine in your mind doing the same thing with each finger on both hands. Rehearse that in your mind. Now again, touch your fingers in the sequence, saying the words, "I am worry-free." And imagine as you're touching your fingers, the shackles of worry falling away from you. Keep repeating this as you touch each finger one at a time to your thumbs. I am worry-free. What you'll find is that the more you do it, the easier it becomes. The point is, when you instruct your mind to do something, the more you repeat it, the easier it becomes for your mind to carry out. I'm asking you to repeat this little process each day, at least 21 times for the next 30 days. Our goal with this program is to choose positive, uplifting, solution-oriented thoughts and habits. As we learn to integrate those thoughts and habits into our lives with deliberate repetition, we will feel the cloud of worry lift and more light, joy, and inspiration shine into our lives. It's time now to discuss some of the most powerful, worry-free techniques and strategies to change your life. So often when we are up to our eyeballs with problems and difficulties in our lives, we keep waiting for something outside of us to happen to make it better for us. We wait for something better to come along, someone else to change what they're doing, or even worse, we wait around worrying and complaining and expecting the worst. If someone gave you your own super bus to go anywhere and do anything you wanted to, would you turn the wheel over to someone else and let them drive your bus? Many people do just that with their lives. They complain about how someone or something is taking their bus in the wrong direction. They complain about all of the potholes and the bumps in the road. But they're not willing to take charge, to take back the wheel and make things happen their way. If you're waiting around for something outside of you to make your life better or to make things right for you, then you are letting someone else drive the bus of your life. Nothing can ever truly change in your life until you take back the wheel and make a firm decision to drive your own bus. After all, this is your life, right? Once you make that firm decision, nothing can stop you from banishing worry from your life forever and committing the time, energy, and focus to create the life you want to be living. It's time now to change our worry into productivity. There are some really great strategies and techniques for eliminating worry and becoming a productive problem solver instead. We're going to talk about those techniques and strategies now. So I really want you to pay close attention. But the most important thing is for you to make the commitment to yourself to practice these techniques regularly. Remember, repetition gives us the ability to anchor these new thoughts and habits firmly into our mental operating system and gain control over our lives and our future. Tip number 1 is to accept the ever-changing nature of life. One of the common traits of a chronic worrier is the need to be absolutely certain about what's going to happen. You might have heard before that the only certainty in life is change. You can see how someone who craves certainty could feel great conflict here. Chronic worriers think that worrying somehow is allowing them to predict the future, to stay on top of things, in control of things, if you will. The problem is, it simply doesn't work. Obsessively thinking about things that might go wrong doesn't make your life any more predictable. It's an illusion to think that worrying somehow makes you safer from unexpected events. Our first and most important strategy as non-worriers is to embrace the ever-changing flow of life. It helps to imagine life as a moving river. You are part of the river, this river of life, part of its flow. If you try to grab onto a rock and fight the flow, you end up getting pounded by the water rushing by. You waste valuable energy and exhaust yourself trying to hold on to that same place where nothing changes. You might even see wonderful things flowing past you that you could have reached out and grabbed onto if you weren't holding on so tightly. Could have brought new things into your life, but if you refuse to let go of the rock because of your desperate need for certainty, you miss the most valuable, beautiful things that are floating past you. Embracing the flow of life means letting go of the rock and letting yourself flow, float, and move with the river of life. When good things come your way, you can reach out and grab them. When things that don't serve you flow past you, you can swim away from them or just push them away to float on. But the important thing is that you're moving. The scenery is changing and you're growing stronger, wiser, and your life becomes richer. When you find yourself obsessing over certainty and predictability, craving control over everything, just imagine yourself flowing and moving with the river of life. Start to imagine that you look forward with eager anticipation to the surprises that life offers. When challenges do arise, tell yourself that this event is important to experience because there may be an opportunity in the challenge if you are willing to open up to that possibility. Tell yourself you would never want to miss a great opportunity by focusing on what's wrong. Instead, focus on the fact that new possibilities all come from uncertainty or from things unknown. And finally, expect good things to come from out of the blue. Try to imagine that pleasant, unexpected surprises could be waiting for you around every corner. When you embrace the moving, ever-changing nature of life, life becomes an exciting, rewarding adventure each and every day. Releasing the need to control the future allows you to be more playful and enjoy each moment that is unfolding now in the present. Tip number 2, challenge the story in your head. If you've been a chronic worrier, usually you tell yourself and others a story of your life that is negative, full of possibility that things will turn out badly, and that there is trouble ahead no matter what. The stories of worriers are usually full of negative scenarios that are greatly distorted, like looking in a funny mirror that makes you look huge and misshapen. I tell my clients to write down the story that they are living and sharing with others each day. Then I challenge them to rewrite the story, doing a complete fact check throughout the whole story. On each point they make concerning the way something is, I ask them to challenge that to see if it's really a fact or just their mind projecting more negativity into their lives. Some example questions that might be helpful to ask when you are fact-checking your story are as follows. Is this thought helpful or productive to me in any way? Will my worrying actually change anything about it? Supposing my 23-year-old daughter's boyfriend broke up with her and she's distraught, and I start to worry that she may never find the right relationship and may end up spending her life alone. That's a good time to ask that question. Is this thought helpful or productive to me? And will my worrying about it actually change anything? Probably not. Another question that's very valuable to ask is there any actual evidence that what I'm thinking is true? A good scenario might be for that, I noticed my boss was in a bad mood today and I start to worry that it's because he isn't happy with me and my work and is ready to fire me. Good time to ask that question. Is there any actual evidence that what I'm thinking is true? Maybe my boss had a stomachache. Another scenario, you hear that a plane crashed just before you're getting ready to go on a trip with your family, and all of a sudden you worry you shouldn't go. Because if that plane crashed, then any plane could crash. In a case like this, you would ask yourself the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the real probability that this would happen? Ask that question throughout your story writing process. Most of us project worries and things into our lives that are never going to happen. And if the probability is low, what are at least 3 more positive probabilities? Another great challenge question is, if I was advising someone I love about this, what would I tell them about this worry thought or this worry scenario? Once someone has written their story down and questioned the facts, for each distorted or negative fact, I ask them to change it to an opposite scenario that is positive. Then I ask them to rewrite the whole story using the new positive facts or scenarios. I then have them read the story out loud every day for at least 2 weeks. Many of my clients are astounded at how different their life seems to be after they do this for a couple of weeks. Their new life doesn't even resemble the old one. On to strategy number 3, changing worry to wonder. Since we are all probably in agreement by now that worry is a one-way ticket leading to nowhere, let's talk about how we can take our worry, focus it into a concentrated, specific time, and change it into a wonderful productivity exercise. We all want that constant nagging worry to be a thing of the past so that we can live happier, more joy-filled lives. But what about those issues in life that we do need to address and take care of? How do we channel our thoughts of things we might feel anxious about in a deliberate, productive way? The solution is to pick one time throughout the day called our Worry to Wonder session. And here's what the session's about. First, create a specific focused time that is set in stone, which is our time to hash over issues and challenges. I recommend mornings rather than evenings for worry sessions. You could do afternoons if that works best for you, but not too close to bedtime when your mind is getting ready to rest. Limit your session time from about 15 to no more than 30 minutes. When the time is up, be very decisive about cutting the worry session off for that day. Next, about your worry session, when issues come up throughout the day and your mind is tempted to go into worry, you quickly write it down on a piece of paper to save the worry for your Worry to Wonder focus session. Writing it down allows your mind to let go of it because you feel that in some way you've handled it. In your Worry to Wonder session, give yourself time to go over each of the worries and reflect on each one. Often when it's time to go over them, the things you thought you needed to worry about have already resolved themselves naturally without you worrying. If there are things that you still need to mull over, write down 2 to 3 action steps you could take that might improve the situation you're worrying about. You can put those action steps on your to-do list. Converting your worry into productive action also allows your mind to let go of the worry itself. Make a commitment to yourself that other than the Worry to Wonder session, the rest of your day will be worry-free. And on to strategy number 4. Choose optimistic conspirators, not pessimistic conspirators. To master worry-free living, it is important for us to pay attention to the environment around us. Often, under closer examination, we realize that even some of our close friends or family would rather take a negative doomsday approach to life than be positive and optimistic. As you transform your life to more joy and productivity, setting boundaries around yourself is important. You can't allow others to rekindle the worry that you have banished. This can be a bit tricky to deal with if the people who insist on reinforcing negative thinking are our loved ones, but here is the best strategy. When someone starts doomsday or negative talk, simply tell them you've decided to focus your thoughts and actions positively and productively, and ask them to talk about something cheerful, positive, or worry-free. Now on to strategy number 5. Shut off the bad news. In the times we live in, we are connected 24/7 to the events that are happening everywhere in the world. Through internet and television, we can know everything that is happening virtually as it's happening. Unfortunately, the news media's job is to sensationalize the news so that people get strong reactions and become hooked on watching, reading, or listening. The media knows they get the biggest emotional reactions when they focus on catastrophe, drama, and fear, all of which plant little seeds of worry within us, the consumers of the news. Allowing ourselves to consume a steady diet of bad news leaves our minds distorted and bloated with worry. A few years ago, I got in the habit of shutting off the news for a few days at a time, and I noticed something profound. I didn't miss out on anything important because if something happened, someone would always tell me about it. I also noticed that much of the news is so redundant. They repeat the same bad news over and over for weeks at a time. Even if you just tune in occasionally, you don't miss much. The gift you get from tuning out is a greater peace of mind and an opportunity to focus on the things that will bring you success and happiness. So here we go with strategy number 6. This is the positive mood changer strategy. It is impossible to be in a bad mood and a good mood at the same time. The positive mood enhancer strategy gives us multiple ways to quickly shift a bad mood to a good one and maintain upbeat, worry-free thoughts. These are some powerful ways to add things into your life that uplift you, make you feel happy, and make you feel like doing something productive or positive. The first one is exercise. The benefits of exercise have been written about by countless experts for many, many years now. Physical activity can instantly improve our mood. The chemicals that are released during exercise leave us feeling more energetic and upbeat and actually allow us to unwind and relax more easily. We also get the added benefit of looking better as we exercise more, which is always a positive mood enhancer for all of us. When you add in all of the studies that have been done on exercise about lowering your risk for all kinds of diseases, the decision to exercise daily becomes a no-brainer. Our next mood enhancer is music each day. Music, whether you listen to it or play it or sing it, has a vibration and a resonance that can calm us, invigorate us, or even inspire our best thinking. The important thing is to listen to music that has positive lyrics and upbeat or soothing sounds. Music is now being used as a powerful therapeutic tool for anything from alleviating depression to helping someone heal. If you find yourself steeped in worry, put on inspiring music while you go about your day, like the Chicken Soup for the Soul to Celebrate Your Life CDs. As I describe in my book, Pure Thoughts for Pure Results, one of the most important things I coach my clients to do is to allow themselves a period of silent visualization every single day. Even if you can only squeeze in 10 or 15 minutes, it could be the most important 15 minutes of your day. And here's how it's done. Sitting quietly, you breathe in and out, just noticing your breath. Then imagine just sweeping across your mind, sweeping away all of the thoughts that were there before. If a thought pops into your mind, just gently sweep it away and empty your mind again. If you can do this exercise an hour or a half hour before bedtime, it should help you relax at bedtime and fall into sleep more easily. Share this technique with your spouse or kids. Guide them through it a few times. How wonderful would it be to have the whole family more relaxed and at ease so that everyone functions at their best each and every day? If you practice these wonderful techniques that I've given you on this CD every day, try them at least for 30 days and write down the things you notice. the things that are changing in your life day after day. By the end of the 30 days, you will notice your life getting better and better. Now I want to talk about affirmations. Affirmations are available to reinforce our new positive thought patterns. You might have heard of affirmations before. If you have, it's because many people have successfully used affirmations to create a greater level of happiness and to eliminate the things that don't serve them, like worrying. We're going to finish our program today recapping some of the positive statements that we can integrate into our thought and habit patterns. Try to listen to this audio each day for at least 30 days. This will help you reinforce the new habits so they become part of your operating program. Now just repeat after me as I say each one. My mind is infinitely powerful, and I have the ability to change my entire life through the power of my mind and thoughts. My mind is infinitely powerful, and I have the ability to change my entire life through the power of my mind and thoughts. My brain is changing each and every minute through my experiences and thoughts. My brain is changing each and every minute through my experiences and thoughts. I am noticing my thoughts now and recognizing when I have negative thoughts that create needless worry. I am noticing my thoughts now and recognizing when I have negative thoughts that create needless worry. I am noticing my habits now and recognize the habits that don't serve me and contribute to my worry. I am noticing my habits now and recognize the habits that don't serve me and contribute to my worry. I am ready, willing, and able to change all of my negative worry thoughts to positive, productive thoughts. I am ready, willing, and able to change all of my negative worry thoughts to positive, productive thoughts. I recognize the ever-changing nature of life, and I can comfortably let go of my need to control everything. I recognize the ever-changing nature of life, and I can comfortably let go of my need to control everything. I happily move with the changes and uncertainty that life brings, and I'm awake to the opportunities that could be there for me. I happily move with the changes and uncertainty that life brings, and I'm awake to the opportunities that could be there for me. I look for ways to learn from my challenges and to turn them into productive experiences. I look for ways to learn from my challenges and to turn them into productive experiences. I am letting go of my old worry story and writing a new story that is productive and worry-free. I am letting go of my old worry story and writing a new story that is productive and worry-free. I am setting healthy boundaries to keep out negative influences and to bring more positive, uplifting people into my life. I am setting healthy boundaries to keep out negative influences and to bring more positive, uplifting people into my life. I spend my time with people who enhance my happiness and success. I spend my time with people who enhance my happiness and success. I surround myself with things that uplift me: beautiful music, exercise, and quiet time in silence at the end of each day. I surround myself with things that uplift me: beautiful music, exercise, and quiet time in silence at the end of each day. I give thanks for all of the great changes that are happening and allow me to live a worry-free life. I give thanks for all of the great changes that are happening and allow me to live a worry-free life. Congratulations for making it to the conclusion of this audio recording. Here's to our journey together to create a positive, joy-filled, worry-free life.